jump on into it. It is Deadwing, our first map here, guys. And let's see what these two players are going to get up to. In the lower left-hand corner, the red Terran player from Axiom Esports, it's Ryung. And in the upper right-hand corner, our teal Zerg player from MVP, it's Losira. So Ryung picking this map to begin with. It's a very large map. Give me a quick second. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so yeah, it's a very large map, and they do spawn cross positions here. So quite interesting to see what Ryung has planned. I imagine he's just going to go for a very standard free command center build, because I imagine that's going to be the kind of thing that works best here on Deadwing. You know, it is a large map. It is macro orientated, so I think it'd be fair to say that's what we're expecting to see here. Losira, will he try to bust on this map? Well, I kind of highly doubt it, really. I mean, it's a large map, and especially being in cross positions here, it's going to be very hard to actually get across the map and do some damage. A couple of things that could work are kind of big speedling all-ins, morphing in massive bings and then go, things like that. I remember Life actually did that against MMA in the WCS Global Finals. So, all-ins will still work, busts will still work, but it's probably not the best map to do them on. So in the best of 3 here, expecting these guys just to go macro to start things off. We have a gas being taken by Losira just after his hatchery first and spawning pool. And that's pretty standard as Ryung going to pop that command center straight down on the low ground. He's going to move this barracks actually and put a reactor down on it, creating the wall off here. So Ryung nicely walled off. Just a single depot, doesn't need to make that second depot. And he's going to use this Reaper to begin scouting. He actually only goes as far as the watchtower, and he's going to pull back. He doesn't want to... okay, so this is quite interesting. So he doesn't want his opponent to be able to sneak a couple of lings by and to force any kind of delay on the command center building here. So kind of cool by Ryung, just going to leave this Reaper at home. Not too interested in moving across the map and harassing initially. And he is actually going to move back towards this watchtower now, trying to see if he can spot anything else going on. Oh no, he's actually going to go scout. So he's just going to go scout now. And there are 2 Zerglings heading across the map though, so these 2 Zerglings may very well be able to get a little bit of damage done. That command center is probably just about going to finish up in time though, so that the SCV can escape. Of course, Losira knows his opponent is in cross positions because this Overlord is already scouted the bottom right hand side. This command center has, what, 20 seconds left on it? 15 seconds to go, and the Zerglings are here. But there's actually 2 Marines popping out, so this is actually really well timed by Ryung. And he pretty much knows, I assume, I guess he just knows the timing, so he knew he was safe here. And them 2 Marines come out, and they force them Zerglings away. Reaper has seen the creepy in the top right, but didn't extend himself too much further than that. These 2 Zerglings still just sitting around, and that might actually be spotted here by Ryung. I think he did see them, and he will move in to intercept those with the Reaper right now. Zergling speed does start up on the other side of the map for our Zerg player, as an Overlord is intercepted here as well, so Ryung going to pick up this kill and cleaning up everything out and about on the map right now. 2 Lings go down, the Overlord's going to go down as well, and Ryung taking away a lot of the Zerg's map control early on in this series. Alright, so Reaper 2 Hellions together right now. Going to start taking the watchtowers and again just keep the map control which he's established. He's actually gone into a tank here, so he's taken a second gas, gone into tank production as well as added on a starport. So expecting to see a medevac added on, and for Ryung to try and abuse this kind of low ground positioning right here. And it's such a, this is something we see quite often on Deadwing. And it could very well be why Ryung has picked this map, because he wanted to go for this. Now, if these Queens and Spinecrawl and Lings don't start working down these rocks, it can be very annoying. You put the tank here, the medevac allows vision so it can hit these the drones on the mineral line. And even once these rocks get taken down, you can still move and relocate over here. And if you put the tank here, you can actually shell away at the third base of the Zerg player. This is the common third place for a Zerg player to take, so... Couple of Queens here. We do see a Rotoron coming down. Laia's about to finish too, and Losira yet to take a third. It's a very delayed third from him. So what are we going to see? For now, obviously with Rotoron on the way, we're expecting to see some kind of roaches. But for the in the long term, are we going to see just him try and go for the victory with these roaches? He did invest in Zergling speed. Are they just going to be for defensive roaches? Well, there we go. Glavi Constitution starts up. No evolution chambers yet, though, so not investing in any upgrades. Only 2 roaches starting production. He's just going to pop down the Spire as well. And I think that Reaper just got cleaned up there, but what did he see? He didn't see much. Oh, but Losira thinks he saw the spire, or was he putting the spire down as a fake? Could be either or. And he puts down a Nidus network, so I get the feeling that this is, it was just a fake on the spire, and instead he's going into this Nidus network roach build, and he's going to try and hit hard and fast, but I mean, he doesn't really. Okay, he's got an Overseer coming in, and there's actually no vision in the back of Ryung's base right now, so he's not really able to see anything, you know, any Nidus on the way up, and he does have this tank. It is Zhup here, and it's actually starting to shell away at this spine crawler. These Marines here as well can't quite reach the spine, but the spine will go down if Losira doesn't pay much attention to it, and that looks to be the case right now. The transfuse is not there, and the Queens will be able to take down that Medivac. Medivac has to back off, but tank will still have vision, and for now, Ryung is, oh, well, let's hold that thought, because that Nidus network coming in, and Ryung spots it. Great map awareness. This is going to be shut down immediately here, and Hellion's on the way in as well. No damage done by Losira, and Ryung with a good, strong defense here so far. Ryung going to also move forward this tank, so he's continuing to do damage, as Nidus network now going to pop up just outside of the base of Ryung, and so it becomes much more a case of Ryung having to just defend his front door, which, you know, does generally bode, you know, generally that's going to be a little bit easier than defending a bunch of roaches coming into your main base, but Ryung just doesn't really seem to have much at all right now. He's got some SCVs pulled onto the bunker, he's got Marines coming down, okay, so he's got a little bit more than I thought he did initially, and these roaches are here right now, and let's see what he can do. He's got a Marauder out as well. At the same time, if we see a Nidus worm coming into the main base, and Losira will be able to just reposition and go in there instead. Perhaps if he wants to pull these roaches back. He's doing a lot of damage at the front though. That's 10 workers killed already, up to 12 now. And these roaches will just back off to this Nidus, and then they're just going to come out here in the main base. Queens are here as well. Creep tumors will begin to spread, and Ryung going to have to reposition this tank. That will be in range of some of these roaches. There's a lot of Marine Marauder here, and it will stim. Is there going to be enough, though? These Queens will be able to drop some transfuses. SCV's being pulled as well, and it looks as though Ryung's starting to clean this up, but he's taking some major damages. Taking some major damage in terms of worker count. In fact, there's just so many roaches, he's just going to be able to push this Bio army back. The tanks do siege up once again. With the help of the tanks, he might again just about be able to clean this up, but it's literally going to be just about. I mean, again, 39 workers killed. He does only have 2 command centers as well, and only on 2 command centers, it's very hard to come back in terms of economy with only 2 CCs instead of 3 CCs, where you can make 3 workers at a time. You can remake workers very quickly. Ryung's still trying to get some stuff done over here, and I mean, he is doing an okay job, but I mean, he's on 4 SCVs against 43 drones, and Losira, he doesn't have a third base. He doesn't have anything here, but, well, what can we say? Ryung's just going to shell away at these last few roaches. I mean, he's basically just relying on this tank, etc., to do a little bit more damage, but it's just not going to be the game-ending damage he needs to do, or game-evening damage at this point. As he's going to try and move across the map with a little bit of an attack here, and I mean, well, what units are out for Losira? Let's have a look. I mean, there's actually nothing out for him. 6 roaches, so I guess this could maybe do a little something. Ryung's going to clean up this Nidus worm to begin with, and I mean, again, he kind of just has to go across the map. He's not really remaking SCVs at this point, just spamming out Marine, and well, again, I mean, it's going to be very tough to make anything work right here. He's salvaging his bunkers to get a little bit extra money. And again, he's not making workers. He's literally just going to rely on one big attack across the map. And he's just going to try and go for it. He's dropping, you know, he does have mules, so he does have a little bit of economy to produce from. But not very much, as 3 roaches may get intercepted here. And stim does come down. 4 more roaches in production. And again, every single roach is going to count, because there's not that many for Losira. And there's 26 Marines for Ryung. Can he make something happen here? We're talking 27 Marines and 2 marauders against 5 roaches. Is Ryung going to be able to make this happen? Because he has to make it happen right now. Some roaches getting picked off before they make their way in here. And we're going to see this third base go down straight away, I think. Might just be worth going straight for the fight on the army kind of as soon as possible. Another medevac being made. And it looks as though Losira's going to fight this with the Broodlings at the same time. And here we go. It comes down to this one fight right now. Losira has to hold on. And this is Ryung's only chance. And he's going to make his way through these roaches. And past once the roaches are down, I mean, there's only really Queens. 10 more roaches in the production tab. Oh, it's so close. Ryung is starting to run out of Marines. He's still got this one tank in the back as well. He's taking out the Queens, though. The roach is going down as well. And now drones are falling. Losira, GG's!